Hey, welcome to another Turtle Tuesday. Today we're going to be taking a look at some more of the Super 7 TMNT Ultimates figures. Just like last time, I love bad guys. We're going to keep looking at bad guys. Today we're going to be looking at Shredder and Krang. I know we did Bebop and Rocksteady last time. I feel like these two are a natural partnership. They've kind of always been playing off each other. They're always kind of the big bads. So I think it's just natural that these two fit together in this instance. So looking again at the packaging, same as the other ones. We have that brick display for the side here with some graffiti on it. And then we have the character, Shredder, just named the bad guy leader is this little moniker. Same with Krang here. You can see he's got his little biomechanical suit, the legs and the arms here, and he's labeled as the bodiless burbling brain. So our beloved baddie from Dimension X is here, and it comes with more than just an alternate face sculpt. You get like a whole alternate Krang on this one, so pretty cool. So why don't we just hop right in and check out these figures. So opening up Shredder here. Very similar to the other boxes in terms of what is included in them. We'll give you a quick little look at the inserts here. And you can see our character, Shredder here, with an alternate head, with some eyebrows drawn on over the what would typically be painted as the dome there. Believe this was an alternative head sculpt you could have found in the old Playmates figure. So Super 7 included it here. You see his shuriken, his throwing stars, his assortment of blades here, a katana on the one side, and his little reaper. And then on the other side, you get the unpainted accessories that all the characters come with. You get a alternate set of hands, of fists and open hands. And you get a plastic cape as opposed to the fabric cape or the fabric kimono, or whatever it's called here that he comes with. So we'll pull our Shredder out here and give him a look. And he's in there pretty good. I think he's only secured by just one band around the waist. Nope, I missed it. Always miss it. These invisible ones they put around the feet. So he had that there holding in his feet. So be forewarned. Other than that, he's just pressure fitted in. And here he is, looking just like we remember him from our childhood. Let's get a quick pan here. You can check him out. So he's got his fabric goods base there with his black pants underneath. And then he has his armor, of course, that is layered on top of his suit, including those signature blades on his left and right wrists. And then, of course, he has his Shredder top here with that fabric-looking mouthpiece. And he's topless. I never understood that about Shredder. Like, why didn't the dude wear a shirt? He's got armor on the wrists, the shoulders, and the legs, but then he's going like full 300 Leonidas here by not wearing any armor elsewhere. So it's kind of counterintuitive. On the show, he was fully clothed. He had the shirt and everything. So the figure, though, a little bit more showing off his form here. So yeah, that is our Shredder being his traditional self. And then we have the cape. So if you wanted to put the cape on, basically what you would do is remove the head and then just pop this sucker on. This is just plastic cape here in the bag. Not a fabric cape, so not as flexible, but has all the color markings here. So we'll give this a quick test here on the head anyway, because see how difficult this is. So that came off pretty easy. And then you could just throw the cape on top and give him a full cape look if you wanted to. Making him more of a modern, or more of a look as he does in the series, as opposed to just the clothing background or backdrop to him. So I don't know. I kind of like it. I think it looks sharp. Either way, I'm kind of partial to him. He came with just these basic weapons. I don't think he came with a katana. He just came with an assortment of throwing stars, like every figure did, and these little stabbing pizza knives, I like to call them, and that was really it. I don't think he came with this katana, which kind of became like a signature weapon for him because of the arcade games. So you can put this in his hand here, and we'll see what this looks like here. Yep, that fits in there pretty nicely. So you could put that in his hand there. And I'll give you a close-up so you can check out Shredder in a little bit more detail in a moment. But that is basically it. The only alternate thing you have is that other head with the eyebrows, and I'll show you that in a second too. And then a full assortment of weapons if you wanted to put them in his hands. If you wanted to go for that classic pose where he had the one open hand, you could just switch out with his open hand, and you could pull that off as well if you wanted to go full old school. But that is our look at our Shredder. Let's check out the Krang, and then we'll come in and give you a closer look at Shredder as well. All right, well, we're looking at our Krang here now. Krang, of course, is coming in multiple body pieces here, so we're going to have to assemble this. But we have this whole alternate version of the character, which is essentially just this brain body with this more like maniacal grimace on him, which I really love. You could see a nice 360 here of him with his crazy looking grin with all these teeth and a little depth to that mouth, and of course all those brain patterns on there. But let's get this bodysuit out so we can check that out in a little more detail, because that's really the crux of this figure, is the little mechanical suit. Although we all love the giant Android version, and I really hope Super7 does that. I love seeing the Android version of Krang. I love that NECA is doing like an even larger version of the animated bodysuit, which is pretty cool. But hopefully Playmates re-releases that classic version of the bodysuit. As a kid, I missed out on that one, and I've been trying to get it as an adult, but it's generally pretty high prices for those in the secondary market, and or they're not complete, or some combination of that. So yeah, so we have a assortment of parts here for his little suit. So we'll put all that together. So here's the suit, and in the trays, and I should have said this earlier, you can see here we have Krang in his alternate head, his body, you have his arms for the body here, along with his weapon, the hose, other little assortment of pieces to put together that whole set. In the other tray, there were no unpainted parts in the original. It was just all gray one piece. So they give you an assortment of hands. So you can have alternate hands to gesture, point, or I guess menace turtles, because he didn't really do much than hold the gun in the original. But we'll put them together here. We'll see what it looks like. And we got our one arm here, and it's going to be on like a ball joint. And then we get our second arm going in here. And of course you got the wrist here. And then we will connect the gun to the body with this little piece here. Here we go. And this should connect over here to the cannon. And then you should be able to put that little, I don't know if it's a cannon or a brain sucker or what, but here we go. You should be able to put that in there like that. And then pose him up a little bit. It's going to have a lot of articulation, so it's not going to be as easy to pose as the original. And this gun is a little bit heavier, so we'll have to find that center of balance, move these arms around, and then you have that cannon here. So he could stand and do this little cannon thing. If you wanted to get him out, you could just switch him out with the other Krang. Easy enough. So pretty neat. Why don't we bring you guys in and check him out a little bit closer. Well, apologies for the glare here. It's going to be hard to do with this little dome. It's going to be reflective. But taking a look over here first at Shredder, we'll take a little look at that articulation. And we can see that again in the wrists, in the arms here, bending at the elbow, and double elbow there. And then we also have the bicep articulation, the shoulder articulation, a good range of movement there. He's going to have a little bit at the waist here. I believe there's somewhere along here he could bend at the waist a little bit. Same the other arm here. His head is on that ball joint. With the legs, he has that hip articulation. There doesn't seem to be any thigh articulation. They can waist turns as well. Double knee. You're going to have ankle articulation. And you're going to have calf articulation here. I just wanted to check that. Ankle articulation as well, and then the full range on that ball. So tons of articulation, and he's got a little bit of wire in the his comma here, so he could sort of frame that. So pretty easy to do that. He's got a decent range. You could probably get some two-hand poses in there if you wanted to. And we'll check out that other head as well if you guys want to see what that looks like. And that is a little difficult to pop out. Can't plan for these. It's just difficult. There we go. All right, so we get that alternative head. I never had a Shredder like this when I was a kid, so I'm not familiar with this variant where the eyebrows were painted on top of the dome. But Super 7 is pretty thorough. As we showed you with that Bebop, they included that alternative sculpt without the pink spray paint on the snout. So if you wanted to do that, you have that chance to capture whichever version of Shredder you like the most. If you wanted to take off the head, get rid of this extra cape on there and go traditional Shredder, you could do that too. So everything is, yeah, everything is possible here with the variety of accessories you get with the Shredder. So with the Krang, we have this little stand for him here as well. So he could be Crazy Krang. He's got articulation in the arms, 2 different points there, and that is really it. His mouth doesn't move or anything like that, so that's pretty much just basic Krang there. With the body, the arms here are on ball joints as opposed to just being able to move laterally up and down, so you get a little more articulation there. The wrists have articulation, see a little bit more there as well. The legs can bend at the knees and at the ankles or the toes, it looks like. So you have that extra point of articulation, and you need it because it's rather difficult to balance, because once you get this heavy weapon on here, it's going to pull him forward. So you're going to want to find a way to lean the body backward a little bit to compensate for that, and you can do that. So, whoop, excuse me, Krang. So they have a ton of great detail in the back there too, as you saw earlier in a 360, but you can see it a little closer here. So everything is painted more than just one tone, gray or anything like that. You get this nice metallic silver on the arms and sort of a metallic looking end to it. So they kept this metal look in everything. And I got Crazy Krang in here right now. So Crazy Krang, same kind of articulation as basic Krang. Nothing is changed there. So 2 great versions of Krang. And he looks like he's all ready for his android body. So hopefully we'll just be able to swap him into there. If that, hopefully that comes out as a deluxe or something, because that would be great to include him as well. So there's your Krang, here's your Shredder, here's our 2 senior baddies right here ready to go. And that about covers us for our look at Shredder and Krang. 2 more baddies checking off on the line. We love baddies. We're going to keep focusing on baddies. Next week I'm going to do 2 of my favorite characters in the entire TMNT line. Don't want to spoil it. We'll just say there's some humans, through some unfortunate circumstances, became mutated and made for 2 of the most interesting and awesome figures of that original Playmates line. So yeah, these are still available from some sources. We will put up a link if you guys want to try to get them. If I find them at Entertainment Earth, we'll give you our code for the 10% discount. It's CoolToy22, 10% off anything that's in stock. If not, we'll put up a link for Super 7. I think they're still on Super 7. But they are disappearing because they are older waves. So get them while you still can before they're gone, and then they start commanding a premium. There is a new Shredder coming out, a version 2, that should be dropping this month, I believe. So if you didn't pick them up or you want to look at a newer version, you can check that one out as well. Of course, this month is Toy Fair, so we'll be bringing you more coverage of new reveals. Hopefully we'll see some new TMNT figures in the Super 7 booth, which will be there as well, or we'll see some other turtle stuff in the NECA booth, and we're going to Playmates, so we're definitely going to see some turtle stuff there. So tune back for that coverage. Like, subscribe, and follow to see our other videos and our news as well, and we'll see you guys next time.